everybody, I'm Leora Sims. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to another episode of my Sims 4 Splash miniseries, where I explore the life of mermaids in the Sims 4, and I have Owen in the diving career. If you watched the previous episode, you know that the diving career is a part-time career, and Owen is set up for all of his promotions because I believe, has done everything to get promotions. He just basically has to show up and do his job well. But there are certain tasks to get promotions for your Sims. And in the previous episode, I had him buy every piece of equipment that he had to ever, from the scuba. I'm sorry, from the buoy. So because of that, his promotion task, his next promotion task, has already been met. And I believe that in the diving career, first you have to buy one thing, and then you have to buy another, and then you have to buy another, and then you have to buy another. But I have a visual impairment, so once I found the scuba, the buoy on San Simonian Beach, I just bought everything in case it would be hard for me to find it again. I did find it again, thankfully, because there are some things that you can do at the buoy with your sim. And he's going to swim to the buoy that I just found a few minutes ago, and I saved and went back into the game. And because I saved it, he's just going to swim out to that buoy. And there it is. And I don't think I've ever seen him with the scuba gear on. But that's what it looks like, because I use the buoy to tell him what to do. Let me show you. Besides buying things, he can spearfish. He can scuba dive, and scuba dive for specific things, and take underwater photos, and I think I said free dive for. I'm going to say free dive here, and we'll see what happens. Again, there's nothing left for him to buy. And buying things for the career are the things that he has to do for his promotion. So as you can see, it says he has to purchase treasure tool, and he did that already. And I'm sure it's going to say the next promotion is going to say that he needs to purchase something else, and he did that already. So that's what I mean by these different tasks. And he doesn't have a lot to do because this is a part-time job. But he did get promoted since the last time you saw him, and I want to go over that promotion also. See, this dive gear is ghosted because there's no more dive gear to buy. So I'm right about that. And he can't snorkel because there are no fish nearby. But if there were, I suppose at a different time of day, he would be able to snorkel here. So what is he doing now? He is free diving around here. Okay, I'm gonna have him. Now he's inspired. I'm gonna have him free dive. I'm gonna have him take underwater photos because I don't know what that will do. Maybe he could sell those. Not sure. Now I'm gonna have him free dive 4. And I can have him scuba dive for seashells or scuba dive for treasure. And by the way, if you find this buoy, and you're doing the beach life, um, aspiration, you can find your treasure this way. That will take care of the finding treasure part of the aspiration. So he is going to scuba dive for treasure. I like that he's inspired. He got the photography skill. And I didn't have to take any photos. He took photos, but I didn't. I'm not good at taking photos of Sims. And he's sad. Why is he sad? Oh, he's lonely. So, for no unusual reason. So, I'm gonna have him scuba dive for seashells. You could also look for treasure, I think, on the beach. I had him, as I said, he completed that aspiration, but he completed the beach aspiration before I found this buoy, which is again on San Simeon Beach. He would be able to snorkel if there were um, fish around here at this time. They're not. I go during the day because there's no way that I would be able to find this buoy if it was really dark out. So I started looking for it around 1 o'clock sim time, 1 p.m. sim time. I want to see if he spears a fish, if he'll be sad because he is a child of the land and a child of the ocean. So again, he is not a mermaid, but he does not like to eat fish because he is still a child of the ocean. So I want to see if that makes him sad to spear a fish. He speared a fish. It seems like. Did he get sad from it? No. He did find a sea cell. I didn't realize that he found a sea cell. Let me just make sure there's no fish here. No, there's not. I did have Felicity come home from work early because I wanted her to call for clear skies because when they woke up this morning it was raining very hard. And I never thought that having a mermaid call for clear skies um, was a good thing because I figured that, mermaids need the water wherever they can get it. But my mermaid the night before, when I was not recording, was struck by lightning. So calling for clear skies does help, and she does get some hydration whenever she uses her mermaid powers, whether they be calling for thunderstorms, calling for rainstorms, which are different, or calling for clear skies. And you don't want your mermaid to get struck by lightning. Okay, so still nothing new in his inventory, but he has really improved his athletic skill. So right now I am going to just go over with you his promotion that he just recently got. Uh, he is doing a good job. He just got promoted to um, scuba instructor, and as a scuba instructor, he makes 59 simoleons per hour. So that is not bad for a part-time job. And before I started recording, he had 3 days off, and now he has 2 days off. So he's into his second day, and I think he might be sad for more than one reason. So before I end this, I'm going to read the moodlet. I knew that he would get upset by spearing a fish, probably. Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not spearing a fish. He's upset because he did not find any treasure. It says, unfound treasure from from dive for treasure. Nothing but sand and more sand. And he'll have this moodlet for 3 hours. And I also do a Sims 4 Island Living series, and I'm not being repetitive, so I'm not doing any of the diving in that series. There's a lot. There's some things I'm not doing in that series because I'm saving it for this series, and there's a lot that I'm doing in that series that I'm not doing in this. This is why this is a mini series, and I think there's about 3 parts or 4 parts left. Felicity has to be promoted one more time. They have to get married. I want to see if they have a child, what that child will look like. Owen and Felicity are now engaged. Um, and this has been a very good short series. My Island Living series is all human and deals with family life. So it could turn into a legacy series. I don't want to say challenge because I usually don't do challenges. I would do a challenge, but I have to write the challenge up myself. I don't do well doing other people's challenges. I admire people who create challenges, but I find that I like to do things my way, and certain things are hard for me, and they're hard for me to see. And I think that I would fail every challenge written by somebody else. Let me just see here. Owen, the scuba instructor. I was gonna say ski instructor. That would be nice if we get a very cold world in The Sims 4 and skiing becomes a sport in The Sims 4. It would be nice to have ski instructors. But as a scuba instructor, he still only has 3 vacation days. And as I said, he's got nothing else to buy. So his promotion tasks are all completed. Unless at the last minute it tells me that he has to get better at 1 or 2 skills, which sometimes with the part-time jobs it does that, but I don't think with this part-time job it does. I think your job is to go to work and find these things to be able to use. So I'm going to have him continue to free dive. And I'm ending this part here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Be happy, healthy, and stay safe.